going to read about the ant and the grasshopper. Now, I don't know if you have read this before or not, but I have made some changes because we're going to do something with a story that has to do with the lesson. So it's my own version. So when we read with expression. The punctuation marks tells us how to read. So if there's like a comma, you would pause after a word and then continue on. So, example, there's a comma after morning. So, when you read good morning, you should pause and then go on to Mr. Grasshopper. Another example, if there's a question mark, the end of your tone should go higher. So, if you see how do you do in the sentence, at the end your voice should go, how do you do? And so, that tells us that you're asking a question. So let's read the story. So here is your part. You're going to play the ant, and I am going to play the grasshopper.
That sounds fun.
So I'm going to read the whole story first. You can follow along by pointing to your part, or you can lip read silently. So try to look for any punctuation marks, such as the exclamation, question mark, or the comma, and listen for the expression. And I'm going to read it slowly, so you will know what to. You'll understand the story and follow along. And after I read, I'm going to ask you some questions about the story. So, here I go. Good morning, Mr. Grasshopper. How do you do? Good morning, Mr. Ant. I am doing great. What brings you here? I am off to work. What kind of job do you do? I collect lots of food that my family and I need, especially for the winter. Why collect lots of food? Well, Mr. Grasshopper, we have a big family. The men go out to gather food for the family all day long. We go out in the morning and come back home late at night. Wow, you guys are hard workers. Yes, we are. We were born and raised to be hard workers. How about you, Mr. Grasshopper? What is your job? You want to know what my job is? Well, I don't have a job. I just lay around on leaves and play my guitar. Do you collect any food? No, I just eat whenever I'm hungry. Well, what about winter? You must collect some food. Nah, I can collect food later. Okay then, I will see you later, Mr. Grasshopper. Have a good day. Okay, so what is the story about?
I think the story is about the competition between Mr. Grasshopper and the ant, and how the grasshopper doesn't work as hard as the ant when collecting food and maybe having a job. He seems a little bit lazy to me.
Yeah, that's a good answer, Elise. Next question. So what do you think the job of the ant was? What was the ant's job?
Collecting food?
Collecting food?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So last question. What do you think would happen to Mr. Grasshopper during the winter?
Since he's lazy now, he won't have any food.
Yeah, he won't have any food because he won't collect them during the winter. Okay, so now we are going to take turns reading.
Okay.
So you will go first.
Okay.
Try your best.
Good morning, Mr. Grasshopper. How do you do?
Nice, okay. Good morning, Mr. Ant. I am doing great. What brings you here?
I am off to work.
What kind of job do you do?
I collect lots of food that my family and I need, especially for the winter.
Oh, I like how you paused there, Elise.
Thank you, taught me well.
Why collect lots of food?
Well, Mr. Grasshopper, we have a big family. The men go out to gather food for the family all day long. We go out in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
We go out in the morning and come back home late at, is it night?
Mm-hmm. Night, yes, night. Wow, you guys are hard workers.
Yes, we are. We were born
Mm-hmm.
born and raised sorry, to be hard workers. How about you, Mr. Grasshopper? What is your job?
You want to know what my job is? Well, I don't have a job. I just lay around on leaves and play my guitar.
Do you collect any food?
No, I just eat whenever I'm hungry.
Well, what about the winter? You must collect some food.
Nah, I can collect food later.
Okay, then. I will see you later.
Later.
I will see you later, Mr. Grasshopper.
Have a good day. Okay, so not bad. There are some words that you're having a little trouble with. So like morning, night, born, raised, and let's see. I think that's it. I want you to practice saying those words so you can be more fluent and confident in it. So let's read your part. And if you stumble across the words that you have trouble with, just keep repeating that to yourself.
Okay.
So I want you to read your part.
Good morning, Mr. Grasshopper. How do you do? Oh, it's just me, right? Okay. I am off to work. I collect lots of food that my family and I need, especially for the winter. Well, Mr. Grasshopper, we have a big family. The men go out to gather food for the family. I'm sorry, Miss Hart. I'm a little embarrassed.
It's okay.
Well, I'm sorry. I think I had too much recess. Well, Mr. Grasshopper, we have a big family. The men go out to gather food for the family all day long. We go out in the morning. I'm so sorry. We go out in the morning and come back home late at night.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we are. We were born and raised to be hard workers. How about you, Mr. Grasshopper? What is your job? Do you collect any food? Well, I'm sorry. I don't know where I am. It's hard. I lost my spot. Yeah. Well, What about winter? You must collect. You must collect some food. I'm so sorry. Okay then. I will see you later, Mr. Grasshopper. I'm sorry, Miss Poet. I feel so bad.
Alright, great job. Would you like to read a little bit faster so you can get a little better at it?
I feel bad because I'm not doing very well.
No, you're doing an excellent job. Alright, let's read one more time. A little bit faster if you can.
Good morning, Mr. Oh, I rushed that, didn't I?
It's okay.
Good morning, Mr. Grasshopper. How do you do? I am off to work. I collect lots of food that my family and I need, especially for the winter. Well, Mr. Grasshopper, we have a big family. We go out to gather food for all day long. We go out in the morning and come back home late at night. Yes, we are. We were born and raised to be hard workers. How about you, Mr. Grasshopper? What is your job? Do you collect any food? Well, what about the wind? Oh, I did it again. Well, what about winter? You must collect some food. Okay then, I will see you later, Mr. Grasshopper.
Good job.
I have the giggles today.
It's okay. So we learned how to read stories with expression. Well, the reason why I want you to read with expression and repeat reading is because I want you to become a good reader. And also a good reader entertains other readers when they're reading. So let me ask you a few questions. So what happens when there is a comma after a word?
Pause.
Yeah, you pause. And what happens if there is an exclamation mark?
Show an emotion, make your voice
Higher and a little louder.
higher. And a little louder.
Yes, because it might be a happy exclamation like. So next time we're going to do a little play with the class. So that is the end.